So I think you can kill him with the big Goron sword. The great evil King Ganondorf, beaten by this kid. Link. Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods, and... Link, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me. Yeah, I'll follow you alright. It's not gonna be in these frickin' boots, though. Screw that noise. Had enough of these. The more platforms that Ganondorf destroys, the more you have to use those. It's so annoying. Again, you gotta wonder why this dungeon makes so heavy use of elements. I digress. We're almost done with this guy. And like I said, you can't kill him with the big Goron sword. That's pretty cool. I believe it's going to be the final boss that you have to kill with the Master Sword. And I think the game is going to pretty clearly tell you that too, so... Look at that! Zelda can actually open iron bars with just the power of magic. Can you imagine how useful that would have been throughout the entirety of the game if we had that power? Oh well. So now it's just a Metroid escape sequence! Don't cower in the corner there, so... Let's go ahead and get out of here. I think like most Metroid escape sequences, or even modern Metroid escape sequences, and not too threatening, you know, just as long as you don't dally on that, that's fine. Did you just hover across that? Man, your power is amazing, Zelda. If those rumors of getting to play Zelda as Zelda in Breath of the Wild 2 come true, I hope we can do the same thing. Now, there's some kind of enemies here, right? Now, there has to be. Like, this tower isn't going down without a fight. I mean, I know I cleared them out on the way up here, but... I mean, there's Stelphos that can just, like, resurrect, right? I don't know. Just keep moving, just keep moving. Follow in your lead. Did that hit me mid-cutscene? I think it did. Yeah, half a heart of damage. Oh, that's what I was thinking of, her getting surrounded by fire. Alright, who wants a taste of the big Goron sword? Alright, we're just gonna go in guns blazing. Just hit the shield enough and eventually they'll let down their guard, and then you just poke them. I knew it was always gonna be Stelphos. It's always gonna come down to the Stelphos. Why wasn't it? Why would it not? Yeah, you know, Navi, I know you just got a break from that Ganon during that Ganon fight, but if you could, like, lock on to stay on, that'd be nice. Yeah, no more of this shielding and waiting around nonsense. Thank you, Link. Now let's hurry. And she left me behind hearts. How nice. What a sweetie. Even as the world is crashing down below us. And did that Stelphos drop Deku Nuts of all things? Or a little past the point of Deku Nuts being my core strategy against the Stelphos, honestly. I think that's it, right? How many flights of stairs was there? Wasn't that many. I think 3 rooms was about it. Yeah, no, still a few more rooms. So just walk towards it, straight line. No need to zig and zag around here. Although I guess maybe you didn't get the defensive power up that I got, so maybe your hearts are a little low. Yeah, that's it. Now we're out. You just stop clasping your hands in your head. Oh, is she doing that whenever I get hit? That might be it. She's so horrified at what she's seeing. Trust me, I can take it. I got the armament. I got the stamina. Trust me, Zelda, my stamina is fantastic. I've never met someone with better stamina. I'm talking 2 full rows. Oh, hey there. I don't think I've ever fought one of these guys with the guns. Yeah, easy peasy. But But I mean, I got 2 rows of hearts, functionally 4, like, don't worry, baby. I got you covered. Although I guess that's sexist sailor talk, isn't it? Zelda's a strong, capable female character. Shouldn't be talking like that to her. I mean, she's no Samus, don't get me wrong. Samus runs circles around Zelda. Yeah, I got Metroid on my list. That should be it, though. How much time do we still have? Yeah, almost a minute. Easy. It's over. It's finally over. Link, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. Oh, what was that? Oh, I guess I'll go investigate. You stay behind. What do we got? Of course, it's not over. The true climactic final battle. Ganon! I love how there's no subtitle, just Ganon. What a fantastic effect. What a fantastic final battle this is. I mean, despite Link's inability to hang on to the Master Sword when it matters most, there's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time, we fight together. Oh, thanks, Navi. Appreciate it. Man, the music is fantastic, the atmosphere is fantastic, the visual spectacle of Ganon is fantastic. So I think like the goal here is, because you don't have the Master Sword, like, you use the entirety of your armament against Ganon. You know, take away the core damage-dealing device that you've had as an adult up to this point. But I still have the big Goron sword, so who cares? I'm just gonna point this at Ganon and then he's gonna die. So I think we roll between the legs and then we just attack the Ganon. Those of you kids that only know this Ganon from Smash Bros. Ultimate, yeah, it's pretty much the same principle. Just get behind him and hit with the time. Oh, it is pretty cool that the design did come back for Smash Ultimate. Just like Ganondorf got his old Ocarina design back for Smash Ultimate. Although ultimately I do think I actually prefer the Twilight Princess design. I actually prefer the Twilight Princess design for pretty much all of the characters, really. I think that's just kind of the name of the game here. Just roll between legs and assault the tail with the big Goron sword. I believe if you did not have the big Goron sword, which I did not when I first played this as a child, I believe the Megaton Hammer is actually quite a good substitute for the Master Sword. Oh, there we go, you gotta hit it. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. Yeah, we just have to assault him over and over. I think it'd go kind of fast with the big Goron sword. How? Boy, even with the defensive boost, that's quite the damage. I do love Zelda does kind of like scream in terror when you get hit, though. How it just kind of adds to the effect, you know, like she's just kind of helplessly watching. Which I guess you can argue that kind of sucks, like she's showing that she has a lot of magic ability, while she's just sitting back and watching, hands clasped and gasping whenever I get like literally handed to her. There we go, we got him. Link, the Master Sword is here. Hurry up! Alright, don't have to tell me twice. I'll grab it. And now you have to finish off Ganon with the Master Sword. That is a rule right there. So now I think we just rip into it with the Master Sword. Now granted, I don't think it's down to like the final hit yet or anything like that. But we're just gonna go ahead and just use the Master Sword. I guess this is kind of like a Final Fantasy-esque, like, climatic final battle, you know, where Ganondorf is the actual fight. It's a lot more obnoxious, too. I mean, we just gotta rinse and repeat this one. And I do still have one Fury. I had to use the blue potion against Oh, who was I kidding? I was running low on health, too. Sue me. It's kind of difficult. It's like controlling. I'm just gonna whip him with the Master Sword. Yeah, well, I'm allowing all these counterattacks. And maybe I'll just go ahead and use the last fire. I wonder if there's some indication. Well, I think I want to be a bit more careful here. Although, if I remember correctly, it lead him to one of like these pieces of the castle. What if he'll actually like crack that thing open? Oh, give me some magic when I'm full. Thanks. Thank you, Gabe. Really appreciate that. That's fantastic. I don't think we need a raid in this. Do we? I don't recall if I did. Yeah, well, I mean, that last fairy is definitely getting used right now. Yeah, I need to stop eating some food. Get the hits in and then backflip away. Maybe you have to use the light arrows. It kind of feels like it's taking 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and try that. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, that just stuns him so you can get by. Okay. You don't know the roll into the leg streak. Yeah, why is this taking so many hits? Kind of feels like he should be dead at that point. Wait, that's not going to heal me all the way, is it? Oh no, it's going to heal me all the way, alright. I guess the limit only started in Twilight Princess. Let's try, like, stealing. Yeah, there we go. That didn't do anything. I just have to hit him head on. There we go. It looked a little dicey there towards the end. Oh, thanks for helping out, Zelda. Appreciate it. Took you long enough. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Final blow, here we go. And skadoosh! Six sages, now. Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now, open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. You. Curse you, Zelda. Curse you, sages. Curse you, Link. Someday, when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now, it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the Door of Time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Link, give the Ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now, go home, Link. Regain your lost time. Home, where you were supposed to be. The way you were supposed to be. Thank you, Link. Goodbye. And there we go, that's the end. I thought there was a little bit more there, but I guess it's post-credits. But that's Ocarina of Time! I have officially completed the 10 millionth playthrough on YouTube of Ocarina of Time! Gonna pat myself on the back for that one. For all you hundreds of millions of people watching me, I really appreciate it. I know this is really high in demand. No one's ever really seen anyone play Ocarina of Time on YouTube before, so I was absolutely happy to indulge right there and just really be a part of this trailblazing performance, project, spectacle. I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. I'm glad I got to do this, coming off of Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess, really factoring it in to the rest of the 3D Zelda games that I really love. People say that this is the greatest game of all time. Nah, it's not really in the modern day. I think if you played it back in 1998, I think if I was born a few years earlier, let's say I was born in like 1990 and I played Ocarina of Time when I was 8 years old, and I had just grown up playing like Mario Bros. And Mario World and things like that, yeah, I would have definitely concluded that Ocarina of Time is like the greatest game of all time, probably. I mean, if I had a PlayStation and I was playing Final Fantasy VII alongside of that, I don't know, maybe not, but even then, I feel like visually, Ocarina of Time is far more impressive than Final Fantasy VII. It's a hard comparison to make. I mean, they are both first-generational 3D games, so there's that right there, but I mean, back in 1998, this very well probably was the greatest game of all time, and its influence not only on the industry, but especially its series, has been felt for the past 23 years. Oh god, it's 23 years old. That doesn't feel good. That feels really bad, actually. And I played it for the first time back in like the mid-2000s, man, oh man. But yeah, this is the foundation for every 3D Zelda game afterwards, even leading up to Breath of the Wild. I mean, Breath of the Wild, really kind of forged its own trail for what 3D Zelda was going to be, starting with that one. Fairly enough, I might add, like, the whole Ocarina formula was fairly played out by the time Skyward Sword kind of rolled around, but, I mean, still, just for the foundation of how Zelda games were going to operate in a 3D space. I mean, Ocarina was the perfect foundation, and it remains the foundation up to this day. So, I'm not really going to go into, like, the how does it hold up in 2021. I still thought it was pretty fun to play. I mean, it was definitely showing its age at some points. I'm pretty sure anyone would conclude that if they played this game. Especially kind of the wonky controls. I don't know how much of that is my fault, how much of it is the game's fault, and how much of that is just my freaking controller's fault. Like, God, the controller was god-awful. I need to get rid of this thing. Although I don't think you can walk into a store and just buy Wii U Pro controllers these days. Fun fact, I used to own 4 of these. I bought 3 of these so I could play Smash Bros. With other people. I always anticipated having like 4-player Smash Bros. Matches in Smash 4, but of course that never freaking happened. And I wasted all that money. Now I'm just making myself sad. That's not good. You don't want to do that. I just beat the game. Ah, man. But, I mean, other than that, other issues aside. Oh, yeah, this is what I thought happened, like, before the credits rolled. You get to see everyone partying in Hyrule Field. Look at that. I guess this is in the adult timeline. And I was talking about, the influence Ocarina of Time would have on the rest of the series. yeah, we'd split the timeline in half. You know, we like to pretend like the Zelda timeline is, you know, kind of pre-thought out, and according to some design, it's not. But yeah, in the adult timeline, you'd have Wind Waker, which I guess is the direct sequel to what we just saw. You know, Ganondorf still having the Triforce of Power and swearing his vengeance on the descendants of Link and Zelda. Although that's not true, Wind Waker doesn't really follow up on that, I think. It makes Ganondorf into like a sympathetic figure, which makes zero sense to me. He's not sympathetic in this game whatsoever. And of course, on the child timeline, you know, where Link goes back in time, he warns everyone about the impending doom of Ganondorf. That's what leads to Twilight Princess, which I think is like the true sequel to Ocarina. I tried not to spew too much Wind Waker and Skyward Sword hate throughout here, but you know, there's a reason I will not be playing Wind Waker or Skyward Sword. I just think Twilight Princess is a far better follow-up. And I don't worry about the timeline too much. I even conceded with Breath of the Wild that the timeline doesn't matter anymore. That's a pairing I didn't expect, Mido and the Zora King. I guess you guys are just both so hideous and ugly on the inside as well as the outside that no one wants to be with you. Jeez. Yeah, other than that, I can't really think of any other flaws with Ocarina that I thought were all that glaring. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought the core gameplay was great, you know, going through the dungeons. I never really got annoyed except in the water temple, so I remember the other dungeons kind of being a bit more annoying than they ever truly turned out to be, so I think the story, at least for Zelda-wise, the Zelda caliber, worked out pretty well. Like, I think it holds up. I'm gonna put this into the Sonic Adventure category, or like, yeah, of course, games are better these days, you know, for sure. Like, it's not like a huge, like, freaking revelation to play them in the modern day. But look, you gotta appreciate for what they did for the industry back then, and especially what they did to impact the series of their respective games, like, going into the future. So, hey, look, Ocarina's solid, man. Not the greatest game of all time, but I had fun. It's good. It was a blast to revisit this. And there we go. The end of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Navi decides to just fly off and do her own thing. I guess the mission that was given to her by the Decretary is fulfilled, so she's just gonna leave me now. Yeah, like every other woman in my life. Or Link's life. No, that's what I meant to say. In Link's life. Yeah, that's what I meant. But at least, I guess Link snuck back into the castle, and he's gonna warn everyone about Ganondorf and the evil he poses. And he's gonna reunite with Zelda and all that stuff. I really miss Navi, though. I hope the sequel of this game is completely based around me trying to find Navi. That would make a great concept. I hope they do that. Which is, of course, what they did, the immediate sequel, Majora's Mask. I'm doing that next. Yeah, you guys thought I only liked this one, Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild. Not true. Majora Mask is freaking awesome. Objectively, probably the best 3D game in the series until Breath of the Wild, if you ask me. That's coming up next year. Spoiler alert, here we go. Yeah, 10 millionth playthrough of Majora's Mask on YouTube is up next. But in all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for watching me. To be serious, if you watch the entirety of Ocarina of Time, me playing it, I'm pretty flattered. There's a lot of these on YouTube, so thank you so much for sticking with me. At the end of the day, I had a blast, and I really appreciated it. But until we get to Majora's Mask, everyone, this is Virgo, signing off.